Here we are hosting a 3 days wedding with enormous amount of celebrations coming from Belgium and Gujarat region. Year to date, we have hosted various events working hand to hand with the Bahrain Tourism Authority, Ministry of Tourism, as well as Gulf Fair and local vendors. We are delighted to work as Team Bahrain. A wedding contributes enormously to the local economy, and as the local shareholders here in Bahrain, we work hand to hand with all the entities to attract Indian weddings. We want to extend our gratitude first to Zalak Resort Company for their leadership, to Accor Hotels for their guidance, but as well as to the team efforts of all the stakeholders from Kingdom of Bahrain, who has been a tremendous part of this success. A wedding traditionally takes 3 to 4 days. It includes 5 meals: breakfast, lunch, dinner, high tea, supper. There are various different ceremonies like Sangeet, Farah, the wedding ceremony, the Barat walk, leading the groom's family to the Farah, to the wedding itself.
We are coming here to Bahrain to make a wedding for my daughter, and actually I think we did a great choice to come to Bahrain. It's been really fantastic. They organized such a helpfulness for Indian wedding. Also, we had a great experience with all the authorities in Bahrain, including the customs, immigrations, BTA. Everybody was so helpful in have a smooth transition of wedding, and really thankful to the whole government and everybody of Bahrain. Indian wedding is like a one in a lifetime experience, because it's like a 3-day event, and we get the guests from all around the world, from US, from Dubai, from Europe, from Far East, and they all come for a great experience. And this is my 3rd day of the wedding, and I've been talking with all the guests, and they've been so happy with overall the hospitality of Bahrain. They said this is one of a lifetime experience. They are having it.
We planned to travel down to Bahrain to come down and see the place. And the minute we came here, the welcoming and the warmth that the people around here and in Sofitel, everybody showed us, it was very, very guaranteeing us a sort of a place where we would like to take place the wedding of our children. So that's why one of the reasons why we came here, because basically what they said is your guests are our guests, and that is very important when you do a wedding of this scale here. Behind me, what I have is basically a place where the bride's mother welcomes the son-in-law and tells him that you're welcoming, and here we are going to, basically welcoming the son-in-law to come for the wedding with the bride. Yeah.
गणनायकाय गणेवताय गुरुगुरुस्थाय गुरुविक्रमाय गुरुप्रवराय गुरुवे गुरुगुणवे. After invocating and worshipping Lord Ganesha, we will now perform Kuldevi Smaran and Matruka Puja.
What we have here is a mandap right in front of us, and the mandap is where the wedding takes place, and we have our rituals in that. So we call it fairas. Fairas are going around the fire, and in those fairas, each faira they take a vow for each other, the bride and the groom, and that is happening here in front of us during this evening. Yes.
The beauty of Indian weddings is that it's never a one-day affair. You know, you will have like a minimum of 3 days. It's absolutely a party, it's a celebration, but most importantly, it's two families that are becoming one. And it's this bond that together when we celebrate, it's color, it's all about life, it's all about food, lots and lots of food, lots of partying, lots of celebrations, long hours of parties.
We've got a team of 60 chefs to cook for the Indian guests, and the kind of support we have got from the authority of Bahrain and the vendors, like we were having a little bit of challenge on the Indian grocery and the ingredients. But the moment we went to the market and we met people, the moment we said it is Indian wedding, and all hands were open for us. So thank you so much for all the Bahraini authority and the vendors to help us out to take and make food for the Indian wedding, very good one.
The whole significance of the Indian wedding is the Fera ceremony, which happens in the mandap. There are typically 7 Feras, which is the marriage. It commences the marriage of a woman and the man. Before this, we have 3-4 functions, the Mehndi, the Sangeet, which are the festivities that we do during the wedding. And then the last thing to signify the wedding of both the couple is when we do the Feras, which is happening right now.
We are here from the Shah's side. There's a wedding between Shah and Mehta, It's an Indian traditional wedding, the ceremony going on, where we are invited with a lot of love, with happiness. So it's a culture in our own Indian tradition how the wedding takes place. So as you say that we are having this wedding is of a 7 round. It is called 7 fairas. We have a 4 fairas where the bride and the groom starts. First step is start growing. Second is the religion. The third one is how to have the family life. And the fourth one is to go for the moksha, for the salvation, for the religion and for the well-being. So we are here for celebrating. In this edition we have a different color which says this. There's a fire which is a Lord fire, which in between the groom and the bride, and they have this. So we are here to celebrate. There are several occasions of the festivity with the sangeet, with the pera, with the mala, the tradition. So it's basically the relation of the two families coming together with the husband and the wife, the groom and the bride, and then they come together. So we wish everyone a very, very successful and happy life. That's the whole Indian tradition.
One of the traditions that we have is that the bride and the groom, they go around 4 times around fire to promise that they will be with each other forever.
It's a very emotional moment for the girl side of the family because she will be leaving her family to join a new family. And this marriage is a celebration of 2 families coming together.
Shruti. I am the groom's sister, cousin sister, and we've come here to Bahrain, to this beautiful country, to celebrate my niece's marriage. She's a beautiful, the second daughter of my brother. So Indian marriages, we're having a big fat Indian marriage. We dress up like queens and kings, and we come to celebrate for the bride and the groom. And they were dating and they were in love, and we want to celebrate their love with so much joy, so much beauty, jewelry, makeup, dressing up, eating, having a beautiful feast, morning, afternoon, evening. We Indians, we love to celebrate king size, and marriages are like royalty to us. So that's how this wedding is, and yeah, that's how it is.
श्री भगवन्तं गणपतिमति वरदं वरदन्ति मुखं सुमुखं सादर मे करदं वरदं विपदुदघौतं गौतमलं शमलं शमलं मितमपि ददतं हतपापी
Today is the Korean Movie Nights. It's our annual event. And you imagined this is 10th edition, becoming a tradition of our embassy and also our bilateral cultural cooperations. Well, our embassy have been working very hard to bring in the best production of the Korean movies. And this year is another exception. So we brought three best Korean movies, which have its own feature. It's a breathtaking, heartwarming, and thrilling. So I don't want to continue because it could be a spoiler for the movie. But all in all, other than this movie festival, Korea is very much try to share Korean cultures with the Bahraini people and also even expatriates here in Bahrain, because culture is the best language to exchange our common understanding and also exchange our mind, heart, culture, family, and everything. One important pleasure is I found Bahrain and Korea have very similar features in mind, like a family-oriented and also hospitable, and also in a sense very entrepreneur. So that's why I think always it's my pleasure to have this kind of cultural events and introduce Korean cultures to the Bahrain people.
When we speak about the Korean movie nights, we have a history when we talk about this festival, this lovely festival that really acquaints and occupies a lot of number of people who wait for it, wait for the movies, wait for this function. Since the past 10 years, we have seen this festival grow a year after a year. And maybe because it's been playing at cinemas at most of its times. So I personally got to witness most of these events and stuff like this. I still remember last year's COVID-19 restrictions and the Korean Film Festival and the 50% occupancy that was given and the big challenge that they had to do it. But I think it was quite a success. I'm really looking forward to see it this year. I want to see with the 100% occupancy, how is it going to react? And I do see a large number of people who have gathered up, a large number of people who are calling us as the cinema company, asking about the film festival, the Korean film festival. So let's see with the number of movies that they have today, tomorrow, and after tomorrow, what's the response is going to be for the people, and I think it's going to be a really quite turnover, and from the phone calls that we've been receiving. I wish them all the best. Definitely we should be talking about the film industry that is connected with the Korean films, and we've seen a huge development in that sector over the past number of years.
Many times the Korean embassy, they make such like this event and to show Bahraini people the cinema culture in Korea. Last year they have amazing film, and this year I think it will be very good film. There's film historical, I think, and families, and I think like a social film.
I'm actually here today for the Korean Embassy, the event they're holding, which is a movie night. And this isn't actually the first time I'm doing this. This is actually probably the third time I'm visiting for the movie. I've been a K-drama fan and like a K-pop fan for like almost my whole life, since like 2010, I've always been watching KBS and all the Korean movies. So I'm really excited for today's one though, because I haven't seen it yet, and most of the people are saying I should watch it, and I'm really excited. I had a friend who used to be also a K-pop fan, and we used to always talk about K-dramas and K-movies also. It's been a huge thing now everywhere. Everyone talks about K-pop and like Korean culture in general, so it's like a really big thing now, and at school especially. I have a lot of friends that talks about it.
I like watching Korean movies. I love Korean dramas. I love everything about Korea. I like the culture. I like the music. I can sing Korean songs. I've learned a few Korean words. I've studied level 1 of Korean language. So I think it's a nice event, and it's good to unload your stress from work. So it's nice to be here, and I hope that the Korean Embassy will continue to sponsor Korean movie nights, for people who likes Korean movies.